Hello, welcome to Scratch 3D Printing, and this video I'm going to show you how to make custom support like this on Fusion 360. Let's scratch to this topic. This video is sponsored by Scratch 3D Battery. First of all, I'm going to explain this and show you guys how the custom support here works. Then I will show you how I do it on Fusion 360 so that you can do it for yourself and you don't have to use the support that is built in the slicers. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not. In this case, custom support is the way to go. So if you look closely at this box right here, you can see that there's dotted line right here. This method is like those paper that have dotted, right? So those paper that you can kind of fold them and then rip it apart and have this satisfied rip. This is pretty much the same concept. There, it has teeny tiny little dots right there. So for this, you can just push in the support here. You can hear all the clicking. Just push in the support here and you can just rip it off. Well, this filament has not been dry for a long time now, so see right here too. I have the support on both sides. It was custom made on Fusion 360 so that we don't have to waste material and we don't need this big tree support which saves lots of material, printing material. Okay, we just push it in there and now we can just rip it. But it keeps breaking in the middle. It's not intentional. Oh my gosh, this video is going wrong. Where's my plier thingy? Okay, if you cannot do it with your hand, you can just use something like a tweezer here and you can just smash this in there. Just like that. And now we can just go on the inside and just take it apart. Look at that, it's that easy. Whoa, that's gone. Anyway, look at that. We have not that clean of a line, but pretty clean. So much better than the support that is generated in the slicer. And look at this. This one also has that, and as you can see on the SketchUp, but it's a dovetail joint, so I can just slide in this box. Look at that. And we have these two boxes connected, which is amazing, exactly what I wanted. And the lid here has 3S right there. I'm making this box for my BMS battery. It has a lid that is attach that and it will never come off, which is amazing. 3D printing is really cool. Before I show you how to do this on Fusion 360, this right here, you can insert filament in here so that you will get the lid like this and it can open to 140 degrees, which is the perfect angle. I will leave this link in the description down below, so if you want, you can go ahead and print them yourself. We are now in Orca Slicers and I'm just going to show you without custom support what the support will look like. I printed this earlier and the support here was very bad. It was sagging. It was not good at all. So let's just paint that. And we're gonna ping that, and then we're gonna slice the plate. Just look at that. Just look at how much support we will need in order to just print this side of this boxer. If we look up here, support is gonna be using about 2.76 grams. So the total film cost is gonna be 69.50 grams. First of all, I'm gonna make a sketch on this plane right here. I'm gonna select this line and this line right here. I'll press O for offset. I'm gonna offset this by 0.2 millimeter. I'm gonna go to the bottom point and I'm gonna do the same thing, offset by 0.2 millimeter. If your 0.2 millimeter offset goes this way, you need a negative 0.2 millimeter, and if a negative goes this way, you need a positive 0.2 millimeter. In my case, is positive 0.2 millimeter. So we got this. I'm gonna close this so that we can extrude this later on. Go to the top, I'm gonna do the same thing, close this so that we can extrude this later on. So right here is where we need the support. If we don't support, the 3D printer is gonna print here in thin air and it's just gonna fall down. So we need support right here. I'm just gonna select this point because from this point up, we don't really need any support. Gonna draw this line all the way down, making sure that it's a 90-degree angle. And we're gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna go right here, making sure that it's locked on 90 degree. And we have these three sketches here that we can extrude. So I'm gonna go ahead, press E, extrude. I'm gonna do it all the way. Don't want to join. I'm gonna do it as a new body. I'm gonna click OK. Then I'm gonna go back to the same sketch. I'm gonna extrude these two face right here. Look on the side. Let's go to about 1.5 millimeter direction. It'll be two sides. And we will just want to leave about 0.5 millimeter attached to the base here. So let's cut right there. It's just so that we can take out the support easier, and it's not like fully attached to the 3D printed part. It's just teeny tiny tab bits here. We can get rid of it very easily. So once we are here, you might say that, oh, do I need to extrude like all of it like this? I need to do this, do this. No, you don't need to do that. There's this cool feature called pattern. We're gonna do pattern on path. And then for this, we're gonna go to feature on the object type. We're gonna select this feature that we just extrude. And if you extrude both of them at the same time, it's gonna select as one feature. As you can see, it's highlighted blue. I'm gonna choose the path. It'll just be this path. I'm gonna look from the left and scroll out a little bit. I'm gonna go all the way here. So I'm gonna all the way, and it's about 58.5. Just gonna get rid of the 0.5 so that we have that 0.5 millimeter to attach to that. And now we can just increase the quantity right here as much as you want. Let's do 30 quantity. That looks pretty decent. But let's do 35. Okay, that seems a little bit better. 38. Let's just do 40. One of the downside here is that if you do this, right, it's gonna print, jump, print, retract, jump, print, retract, jump, like that. So 40 is a good number. We're gonna click OK. Seems that every space is about 0.5 millimeter. And there we go. This is how I make custom support for my box here, and many of the things featured that requires this kind of thing, like a dovetail joint. This is the way I make support, and so later on when it's printed, we can just push in the middle here and just rip this off like I showed you guys earlier. What I do is I usually make a copy of it, like the original copy of it. Then I will go ahead and combine these two together. It's just so that I can have this copy, and this copy, I'm just gonna copy it, move it down, put it as close as I can, something like that. Then I'm gonna go to the top, use the align feature, object, make sure that it's selected to body, select this face right here, and then select this face right here, and look at that, it's gonna put it exactly where I want it. So there we go. Now we have two custom support made, and the second one is so much easier. Just copy and paste. Look at that, we have two support now. All of them is the same body. I'm gonna go ahead, export this, and see how much filament we saved. 69.50 grams of filament. The support takes about 16 minutes. Total print time is 3 hours 19 minutes. I'm gonna drag in the model we just made, slice the plate, and look at that, we saved that extra 2 grams of support filament, and we also saved 17 minutes of print time, which is amazing. And if we look closely on the 3D model here, we can definitely see that there is a small gap right there. We're just gonna go down and look at that. It builds tiny contact point right there that we can just get rid of very easily later on. So that is really good. And there you guys go. That's how I make custom support for dovetail joint boxes like these, things that need support and saving material, stuff like that. Give it a try and let me know in the comments down below. Oh, and one more thing. This box does not take 3 hours to print. If you look over here at my layer height and first layer height, it's set it to very, very low. So the usual is going to be that, right? And it's gonna be about 1 hour-ish. So yeah, this box does not take 3 hours. It only takes 1 hour. Hopefully that does not cause any confusion. Are you working on a project and don't have the power to power that project? Well, here I am, Scratch 3D battery. It ranges from 1S, 2S, 3S, and all the way to 4S. Battery pack 18650, high quality pack from Scratch 3D battery. If your project requires all types of battery, I got you covered. All types of connection, I got you covered. All the way from XT60 to JST-XH 2.54mm, JST-XM DIN connectors, all types of connector, balanced charger, anything you need. Scratch 3D battery have it. Link will be in the description down below on my eBay store. As you saw there, making custom support like this isn't that hard on Fusion 360. There is a couple of trials and error that I need to go through in order to get a really good takeoff support like this. But if you get it, you can just keep repeating, copy and paste for future model. Let's say you have a really tall box, right? Like a really tall box like that, and the support is all the way up here. Well, if you have tree, it's gonna build all the way up and then just support like a teeny tiny little piece like this. And that is a lot of waste of filament. But with this, you can just print the box all the way up and have the tiny little piece of support to support whatever you need to be supported. It saves you lots of filament and looks cool, and if it's done right you can rip it off and it gives you this satisfied rip off. But in this case it was not the case. The first time I did it, it went perfectly well, but then recording and it did not go as well as I thought. Anyway, that would be it for this video of me showing you how to make custom support on Fusion 360. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment down below if you still have any questions, and if you haven't yet become a member of the YouTube channel, it helps me tremendously. And as always, keep on 3D printing. I just recorded this whole video and I realized that I did not plug in my DJI mic. So this video sound quality might be very bad. What is with this video? Everything's going wrong.